Good morning, students. In previous lessons, we saw mineral and agriculture and however they are useful to us. Okay? Today, we will learn how the man make a new goods and where they get and make a new one. Yes, students, we will see lesson 6 industries. Okay? Industries. Industry can be defined as the organized or systematic production of goods and services. Here, the goods are items that are usually tangible, such as pens, salt, apples, and tables, also. And services are the activities provided by other people who include doctors, lawyers, teachers, engineers, and online servers, also. Otherwise, it can broadly speaking deal with either manufacturing goods or providing services. Yes, industry is a group of companies that are related based on their primary business activities. Is a group of manufacturers or business that produce a particular kind of goods and services known as industry. Types of industries. Industries can be classified on the basis of raw material, size, and the ownership. Raw material based industries are classified into four types: agro based industries, mineral based industries, marine based industries, and forest based industries. The size based industries also divided into two types: large scale and small scale industries. The ownership based industries are also divided into four types: public sector, private sector, joint sector, and the cooperative sector industries. Agro based industries. These industries use agricultural products as their raw materials. The agro based industry include industries related to silk textile industries, sugar industries, paper, jute, cotton, vegetable oil industry, and food processing industry. Mineral based industries. These industries use minerals, both metallic and non metallic, as raw materials and are based on ferrous and non ferrous metallurgical processes. In India had five major industries: iron and steel industry, copper smelting industry, aluminium industry, lead and zinc smelting industry, and cement industry. Marine based industry. When products from seas and oceans are used as raw materials, it is called marine based industry. Marine based industries use products from the sea and oceans as raw materials. For example, seafood processing industries, fish preservation industry, and oil industry, etc. Pastoral based industry. These industries depend upon animals like sheep, goats, cattle for their raw materials. For example, wool is obtained from sheep, Kashmiri sheep, and silk is obtained from silkworm. Leather goods obtained from skin of animals, and dairy products obtained from cattle's milk. So, these industries are called pastoral based industry. Forest based industry. An industry which depends on forest for their raw material requirement is considered to be forest or wood based industry. Derived their raw materials from trees in the forest. Forest based industries includes the paper industry, match industry, silk industry, lac industry, and sports goods, etc. About 40% of the fuel energy comes from forest. Next, we can see size based industries. Yes, the large scale industries. The term large scale industries refer to those industries which require huge infrastructure, manpower, and have an influx of capital assets. Then use large amounts of capital, modern technologies, huge machines that consume large amount of power, employ both skilled and unskilled workers in huge numbers. For example, iron and steel industry and automobile industry. Small scale industries. These industries are smaller than large scale industries and bigger than cottage industries in terms of capital and technology used, and volume of goods produced and number of laborers also employed. For example, factories manufacturing garments, food and leather items, sports goods, electronic and electrical goods also. Cottage industries. These industries are home based industries located in villages, and these goods are produced using simple tools instead of machines. These industries' goods are only produced by the family members. For example, basket making, weaving mats and fishing nets, pottery, toy making, pickle making, candies and candles, etc. Next, we can see on the basis of ownership. First, we see public sector. Yes, these industries are owned and operated by the government. It does not include any private companies, voluntary organizations, and households. And the main purpose of the public sector is helps the government to enforce social control on trade and industry for ensuring equitable distribution of goods and services. For example, Indian Oil Corporation, education institutions, Air India and Steel Authority of India. Private sector. These industries are owned and operated by individuals or group of individuals. It encompasses are for profit businesses that are not owned or not operated by the government. For example, Birla Group of Companies and the Reliance Industries. Joint sector. These industries are owned and operated by individuals or group of individuals and the government. The joint sector represents a new ideology of economic management and geared to serve a new economic system. For example, Maruti Udyog, Malabar Building Products, and Gujarat State Fertilizers. Next, cooperative sector. It's owned and operated by a group of people who are usually the producers or suppliers of raw materials, are the workers who help in processing the raw materials, are both. For example, Amul and Krishak Bharati Cooperative Limited. Next, factors that affect location of industries. Yes, various factors affect the distribution of industries. For raw materials, power, labor, transport, market, and government policy. Raw materials. Industries that need large amounts of bulky or heavy raw materials are located near sources of raw materials. For example, the iron and steel industry require raw materials like coal and iron ore. So the steel plants are located near the coal fields and iron ore mines. Next, power. All the industries need power, but the large scale industries need large amounts of power. Hence, they are usually located near thermal power stations or hydroelectric plants, which will provide them with abundant amounts of cheap and interrupted power supply. Next, we will see one of the important factor, labor. Yes, the availability of workers is an important factor that influences the location of an industry. If the requirement is for large amounts of unskilled laborers, like the sugar or the cotton textile industries, then the industry will be located in heavily populated or semi rural areas. Another one important factor, government policy. The government often earmarks certain regions as industrial parks or zones and encourages industries to move there. Yes, the industries are offered incentives like subsidies, tax breaks, free power, and low rentals. Okay, students, thank you.